What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Torrence, and in today's video, I decided we want to switch things up a bit. I am someone who absolutely loves doing first impressions simply because I have a very large makeup collection. So even if something is new to me, it may not be new to the makeup community. And a lot of times I do first impressions simply because it shows you all exactly what someone's going through when they are playing with something for the first time. I know many people just see makeup as something you wear and you go on about your business, but as someone who's in the working class and who usually has to pay for everything that I receive, I'm someone who usually has memories and emotions attached to my makeup. And this week, I wanted to go ahead and just play with different foundations. And the one I wanted to start off with is this particular Clinique one here. And I wanted to do it simply because this is the only foundation I believe I have in my collection that I did not have to pay for. As a person of color, just finding out that a brand has a match for you where you don't have to mix shades is already a beautiful thing. But then to find out one of your absolute favorite stores gifted you this foundation for free, it makes it all even better. So all this week, I wanted to test out different foundations instead of eyeshadow palettes just to give you all a little spin on things. And I must admit, it does feel a little weird not to be wearing eyeshadow but to be wearing makeup. But we're going to go ahead and get through this week. So if you all would like to know my thoughts on this foundation, just make sure you continue to watch. But before we get started, I would love if you hit that subscribe button. If you already have, I would like to say thank you. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. Alright, you guys, it's time to jump straight into things. I'm already wearing primer, so if you notice any white marks right here, that's just my face primer that's dried down. I'm someone who likes to wear two different primers. Today, for the white cast that you see, that is the Becca Evermatte. I like this because I have extremely oily skin, and I like to just put it right here on the sides of the nose where I get the oiliest. And all over the face, including on top of that Becca primer, I'm wearing the Maybelline Master Prime. I'm already wearing both primers because I didn't want to go in, have to put that on, and then go over and wash my hands. I wanted to be able to do my whole face of makeup and not have to worry about that. But today we're here to talk about the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I was actually gifted this by Ulta Beauty. Recently, once again, I hit diamond, and I had the option of choosing between this foundation and another item. And truth be told, I really don't even remember what the other item was. Once I realized they were offering a full-size foundation, I was like, I don't have this in my collection, so go ahead and bring it here. I managed to pick mine up in the shade WN98 Cream Caramel. This has a warm to neutral undertone, so I figured this would be the closest match for me. I'm checking out the Ulta website right now, and it appears it has over 2,800 reviews. So far, it has 4 out of 5 stars. It retails for $31 and gives you 1 fluid ounce, which is standard. And it says here, Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer is a foundation and concealer in one for a natural, beyond perfected look that lasts all day. Lightweight, moisturizing makeup covers thoroughly without clogging pores. That's already sounding good. Skin breathes comfortably, color stays true, even through sweat and humidity. Those some bold claims, but we're going to keep going. Due to the rich pigment level that enhances this flawless coverage makeup, shades may appear deeper when first applied. Okay, that's something that's nice that they let you know that instead of it just surprising you. Once blended out completely and allowed to dry, Beyond Perfecting makeup will melt into your skin for a beyond perfected flawless look. A little goes a long way. Okay, now that's sounding good to me. So because today I wanted to go ahead and, well, not even just today, for the rest of the week, I wanted to go ahead and try out foundations because I have a very large collection of makeup, and I started to notice that all I really ever do is eyeshadow tutorials and first impressions. I never really show when I'm trying out a foundation for the first time. So all this week I wanted to do so, and because this one was a gift, I decided to go ahead and make this one the first review. And what I've noticed with this one is it comes with a screw-off cap, but it doesn't actually have a pump. It's sort of like a large shape tape, as when it has this large doe foot here, and you just press it on where you need it. And truth be told, for now, that seems like a good idea to be able to go ahead, press, and no, I don't have to waste any on the back of my hand the way I do with my concealer. My worry is about when it gets really low, exactly how good is this applicator at scraping the sides and getting product out. But because it looks like it'll take a while to get there, I won't be able to answer that question. But to go ahead and test out exactly what kind of coverage this offers, I only have one dip here. And what I want to do is start off and just go to one side of my face, and we're going to see just how much this dot covers in this one area. And I'm just playing by doing this. You don't necessarily have to use this method. Most times what you want to do with your foundations is put it as close to the center of your face and blend it out, because most people tend to stare at the center, which is where you want the most coverage. Because I have a 5 o'clock shadow and I'm someone who likes super full coverage foundations, I don't mind just playing around before I go in. And so I'm going to take my favorite foundation brush and we're just going to blend this out here. And we're going to see just how much this covers. And they're not lying by saying this comes on looking a little darker than you expect at first. To me, this color is still a little nice, but considering the fact I always wear cream caramel in their foundations, this color does look a little bit dark. And as you can see, this is giving me a nice medium to full coverage. I wouldn't call this as full coverage as some of my favorites, simply because those can go on and cover literally everything. I think on camera it looks nice. Wait, you can see this is what bare skin looks like here. Well, bare skin plus a primer. And this is what it looks like with the foundation. And the color looks actually nice though, because considering the fact I haven't put any on the forehead, the transition there is really nice. And simply because I can tell I use one full dot on that side, I'm gonna go ahead, put one there. And I don't necessarily have a lot of acne scars that are visible on the forehead, even though the forehead is where I break out the most. But we're going to put our third dot there, and for the fourth dot, we're going to go to our neck and come back up to the chin and the goatee area, and especially on the sides of the nose. So I say 1, 2, 3, 4 dots, and then we'll just see what that looks like when we through blending this out. And it's crazy to think that I am someone who absolutely loves complexion products. Before I got into things like highlighter and blush and things like that, I was the type of person who just did foundation, set it. I maybe went in with a bronzer if I felt as if the color was a little light. But then after that, I was good. And before I even got into before I got into eyeshadows, which is now my favorite part besides gloss, I always use blush. So I have a really large blush collection, just simply because I've always liked them. And what I can tell you off rip with this is the fact that I am loving how fast and easy this is blending out. Many times I like foundations that give me such a high coverage that when I go in, I really have to take the time and sit down and blend it out. Otherwise, I can end up with a streaky, cakey look. But so far, this is giving me no problem. One thing I can tell you is this does appear to dry down. I'm not saying it's completely matte right now, but this isn't something where you can just put it on, walk away, talk to someone, have a good time, and then come back and go, oh, I need to blend this in. When you put this on, baby, you need to start blending right then and there. And just looking at it now, I'm taking a step back, trying to decide where I want a little more, because I'm never satisfied with enough coverage. I'm going to take one last dip, and what we're going to do is hit the eyelids here, simply because I'm not going to cover those with concealer. And the side of the nose, just because I don't feel as if I put enough product on the nose there. And just because we already have it out here, we're going to just use this around the goatee area. Oh, and right there, baby. That big old mark. I'm telling you, children, do not pick your acne. I'm someone who's dealt with acne ever since puberty, and I'm here to tell you it don't look like it's ever going nowhere. But the one thing I can tell you is it is better to have an acne scar, to have a pimple for about a week than it is to have an acne scar for about a year. Because I'm telling you, once you pop it, you feel amazing, baby, and you look a little better. It ain't till you realize a week later, the pimple is gone, but the redness and the darkness and the pigmentation is still there, staring right at you. And I know this may look like a lot to you all, but I am telling you, I love my coverage. And the one thing I can say is, this color has come back and it is looking beautiful. I keep trying to go back and forth between looking in the mirror right here and then looking to see what the cameras give you so I can know the difference between what you're seeing and what I'm seeing in real life. And so far, I am loving it. I'm gonna grab me a mirror, see what we got up close. I like to make weird faces sometimes just to see exactly where it's gonna settle. And the one beautiful thing I can tell you is it has not settled in the creases underneath my eyes. We all naturally have lines there, so honey, do not feel bad about yours. But I do not see it settling there, so that's already nice. This coverage here, as I said, to me, it's a very strong medium to almost full. I think if I were to go in and build it up, it could go to full coverage. But I think I actually like the way this looks here. And now that I have just the foundation on, I really wish I would have sat back and thought about grabbing a slightly lighter shade to use as a concealer to see if I can use this to highlight and contour. But I didn't think about it at the time. So what I'm gonna do now is cut away, finish off my face, and I'll be back to give you all my first impressions on this foundation. Alright you guys, I am back and I'm here to let you know, I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot I was recording and got on the phone with my sister. Lost track of time. The thing is, I still have not set this yet, so it gives me a chance to let you know what I think about it before it actually finally sets for, I guess, for the rest of the day. First thing up, I want to tell you everything I used off camera. One of my absolute favorite collections from NARS has been the Sarah Moon collection. I believe I purchased most of those items. I know I didn't get every single thing, but one of my favorite blushes from them is the shade Impudique. I really like this color here, because as you can see, it's a nice dark berry color. The thing is, it has gold reflex in it, so it's not a flat matte color. I have not seen them do one quite like this since. Any other time they do a color quite like it, it either doesn't have the gold reflect or it's already a satin formula. I've never seen them do one quite like this, and honestly, I wish they would bring this back as permanent. But I have this here on the cheeks. As you can see, we have that nice little berry tone going on. Absolutely love it. Because I'm not wearing eyeshadow, I wanted some form of color on the face, and before I got into eyeshadow, blush was my way of doing things. So when I look here, I can see a nice little berry tone, and for me, that's enough for today. And although I'm not wearing eyeshadow, I did want to go in and make sure that I'm wearing mascara and eyeliner. I'm still using up the sample of the NARS Climax mascara. I figured since I was already wearing blush from NARS on the cheeks, I might as well go ahead and continue on. And I'm here to let you know, I still don't see me repurchasing this, but truth be told, this mascara looks better without eyeshadow than it does with it. But because I'm the type of person who more than likely is going to be wearing eyeshadow, I'm going to use her up, then she's got to go. And because I love the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil by Urban Decay, I wanted to try out this shade here called Reflect. I believe this is a gold with a slight green undertone to it. And I don't believe you can see it on camera because it's barely noticeable in person. But to me, I think this color is beautiful, but this will probably go better when I'm actually wearing eyeshadow, especially if I wear something really dark and smoky underneath the lower lash line. Having that nice reflect there helps shine a little bit more. But today I just wanted to test it out, and she cute, but I believe she was unnecessary for today's look. For lips, I'm trying one of my favorite lip liners. I've been loving the Juvia's Place lip liners. Today I went in with the shade Cola because I wanted to try out another color of the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb creams. And today I decided to go in with Honey Waffles simply because I know this is the most popular color that they sell right now in this formula. And I think she's nice and cute. It's nice, it's neutral, it's good for today, but I am someone who just tends to prefer a nice pink undertone to my lip products, but I have no disappointment with it. I'm going to keep it, and I can see why so many other people like it. I think this would be beautiful with the brown smoky eye, but we bear today. Last thing is because after that last debacle, I'm telling you, I tried the Natasha Denona Glow Gold highlighter. One of the worst highlighters I've ever tried in my life. So I had to remind myself of the quality of her products and go in with just her Super Glow formula today. And I'm telling you, she is nice and pretty. I got a nice subtle layer on because we still haven't sprayed the face. And I know that's going to intensify after I spray. And I could have just sprayed my face before I got back on camera. But I know you all like to do the catchphrase with me. So let's go ahead and grab our stuff. Fix Plus to add a glowy dew. All nighter so things last all day. Cheap Fan, Expensive Breeze, Good Times. I'm going to give this a few more seconds to dry and I'll be back to give you all my final thoughts. And this is the final look. And I'm telling you all, you can see here with the full face view, things turned out a little better than I expected them to. I'm not gonna lie to you all, when I first got it and saw the words foundation and concealer, to me, I'm automatically thinking, you're gonna give me full coverage. Like, when I hear the word concealer, I'm thinking you're gonna cover everything because that's what I need a concealer to do. So when I first went in, applied everything, the first thing I kept telling you all is it's a nice, strong, medium coverage because that's what I truly believe it is. I would not classify this as a true full coverage foundation simply because I went back in and spot concealed and I can still see the acne scar I have right here. I'm not 100% sure that it's showing up on camera. I'm looking right here and it doesn't appear so, but in person, because I have really good eyesight, I can clearly see that my darkest and worst acne scar is sitting right there. And for me personally, if I'm gonna go in and do a full face of makeup, I'm someone who's gonna go full coverage and cover up all my imperfections because why not? Like, if I'm gonna take the time to put on some makeup, honey, I want a flawless base. I don't want any acne scars, any discoloration, all of that has to go for now. But with that all being said, I think it's the fact that this is a medium coverage and it allows some flaws to come through is exactly why this is so pretty to me. I've been sitting back just looking because I'm not gonna lie to you. My foundation might not have been full coverage, but this Born This Way concealer, she definitely is. So I went back in and as you can see, it's bright and colorless right there, honey. There's nothing to be seen underneath the eyes. But like I said, around the perimeter of the face is where I can still see some discoloration. I can still see like a little bit of color right here near the chin area. For my blush area, I appear to be good, but then again, I have a color there, so I'm not really worried about it. But the closer I get to the center of the face, where most people are going to be staring, it appears that most concealers will get this done for you. So if I personally had to choose Torrence, would you go back in and buy this foundation for yourself? No. Would I buy this for someone else, such as, say, my sister or a friend? Absolutely. And I think the reason being is, once again, I like full coverage. I'm someone who has the time and the skill to sit out, blend those out, and I feel as if I have much more to cover. The average woman does not need and does not want a full coverage concealer. It'll come off heavy, it'll come off cakey, and because this does build up, and because this has, you know, a beautiful applicator, to me, many people may not like the idea of not having a pump. Think of how often our concealers have pumps. Think of how often our lip glosses have pumps, and we get by with those products. So to not have one here where I can just go straight in and put this straight on the face, I really enjoy that. And truth be told, the main reason why I like pumps is because usually I'm someone who can't find an exact match, and being able to pick up two different bottles, squirt, keep it moving, and mix those, it's easier to go. But when I have a brand such as NARS or Clinique, where I already know exactly which shade matches my complexion, I don't have to mix. So having this one applicator and being able to dot it straight on means I'm out the door and I don't have to wash the back of my hand like I do with the pump. So for me personally, I probably would not repurchase it because I like a full coverage or no coverage. Anytime I do lightweight coverage, it's because I'm doing a tinted sunscreen. And if you all would like to see my video on how I do a DIY tinted sunscreen, you can check that out right here. Any other time than that, I'm doing a full-blown beat. But just looking at this now and noticing how I can see the makeup and my skin underneath it, I think everyone else would truly love this. If you are someone who likes to build up the coverage but doesn't want anything cakey, this is absolutely beautiful. And more than likely, this may end up with my sister because I know we can use each other's foundations because we are the same shade. So more than likely, she's going to end up with this because in my opinion, it does have a natural finish, but it does appear to dry down. So if you're someone who has dry skin, you may either want to go in and use very little to no powder. As someone like myself who has extremely oily skin, I was still able to go in and bake and still receive a nice glow from this product after spraying it down. And as you can see, like even my highlighter is coming in a little bit stronger now that I've sprayed my face. So I'm absolutely loving this product. It may not be for me, but that does not mean I can't see the good in this product. So if you're someone who wants something stronger than just a lightweight BB cream, she may be the one for you if you don't like full coverage or you hate products that risk running cakey. But I hope you all truly did enjoy today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment down below if you've either A, tried out this foundation, or if B, like me, you received that diamond coupon where you could receive that offer between this foundation and another item, because I truly cannot remember exactly what that other item is. So if you received it, please leave me a comment down below letting me know what it is. Honey, I know I've been stressed out at work lately, so I've really been taking the time to try to get as much rest as possible. But with that being said, I did not want to skip out on the things that I enjoy doing, which is creating content for you all. So I wanted to make sure that I got a video out there. And with this video, it gives me the chance to play in my collection and still test out other things, because I'm someone who, although I love my complexion products, I truly understand that my foundation and concealer collection is neglected, and it's something I want to start putting more rotation in, because I find myself using my favorites over and over again and switching eyeshadows, and it just really feels nice to sit back and looking like, Torrence, you really did a full face of makeup and did not do eyeshadow. And just looking at it, it has me focusing more on my skin and my complexion than I do just my eyes. So I think for the rest of the week, we are going to be doing other foundations, and more than likely I'm going to try to avoid eye makeup those times too, just so I can get a full view and enjoyment of the foundations. But I'm not going to hold myself to that 100% because my sister's birthday is this week, and I truly believe I'm going to be doing her makeup. So if for any reason we do record me doing her makeup, I'll try to post that video on Wednesday. If we record it and I can't get it up on Wednesday, I'll just make it that following Monday's video. But when you're having fun and you're celebrating, things may not go as planned. So I may not even get that recorded. But if for any reason we do, I'll make sure I post that for you all. But I hope you all truly have been enjoying the new year. I'm someone who, although things look like they'll be brighter in the future, right now I'm putting in a lot of hard work to make some things happen. So I'm not gonna lie, I've just been doing a bunch of complaining because I have to get down and dirty and get the hard work done. But I will be enjoying the fruits of my labors really soon, and I hope you all truly do enjoy this video. If you have, make sure you give this a thumbs up. Anytime I notice that the views or the thumbs up or the comments on a certain video type is up, it lets me know you would like to see more things like this. So I am down for doing more complexion products. I just want to make sure that I don't bore you all with them. But with nothing else, I hope you all remember to practice, continue to stay blessed, and until next time, goodbye YouTube.